Okay, Dragon Brood, we have some things to talk about, right? Like, I've been looking high and low to find a good deck that uses the card that everybody was gonna be trying to get hype about it release, and that's Halo Fountain. I did find out there's a list that good old Saffron Olive was playing, otherwise known as Seth. Like, I think I got that backwards, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I saw his list and decided I would make some changes because he struggled a bit with his, and I think we might be a little bit closer. So let's go take a look and see what we can do with Halo Fountain today. If you're looking for awesome protective gear for your cards, be sure to check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn to save 5%. And that's on everything on the site, including this month's Ocean Blue collection or anything else you decide to pick up. Alright, so again, when I saw Seth's list, I liked some of the stuff he was doing, but I thought there was a couple of other ways maybe we could switch a few cards and see if we can give ourselves a few extra outs toward winning some games we wouldn't otherwise win. And I don't know if it's really going to work out the way we want, but we're at least willing to give it a shot and have some fun today. And we're going to try it on the ladder and see how it works. So we got 4 Jaspera Sentinel, 3 Fateful Absence, 4 Gallagreators, 4 Prosperous Innkeeper, 3 Halo Fountains. And here's the thing, this whole first part of the deck, this is all mana and setup. We're trying to make treasure, we're trying to get some life, trying to get some mana, right? Fateful Absence just buys us some time, is all it's really in there for. But these are all key cards to allowing us to do stuff later. Now, when we get to the Halo Fountain, we are playing 3 copies. But the thing is, you have to have stuff tapped to be able to untap them. So our choices are either to run things into combat or use stuff like Jaspera Sentinel, so we're making mana. And Jaspera Sentinel actually works really well because you get to make 1 mana, you use the 1 to untap either your Jaspera Sentinel or the other creature, make a 1/1, and then the 1/1 comes into play, possibly triggering Gallagreators, possibly triggering Innkeeper, or possibly triggering Jenny Faye, which is also really good as well, right? So you get to turn those into creatures, which is super awesome. So you get to turn from a 1/1 into potentially like a 2/2 or more, which is pretty sweet, right? So we like everything that's going on so far. No real complaints. Now also you get the possibility that you can get the token, turn it into a 2/2, let's say. It comes into play triggering the Gallagreators. The Gallagreators then makes a treasure, which you can have the treasure become a creature. So then you trigger the Gallagreators again, and then you choose either a +1/+1 or gain life, which is awesome because it also gives you 2 life gain triggers from the Prosperous Innkeeper, right? So this front package of the deck can do a lot of stuff if you get all the moving pieces together. So we really like everything this is doing. Now we do have some big scores, so we can search and dig a little deeper for some of the combo pieces, see if we can set up a Hallowed Fountain win. It also lets us create more treasure, which again, whole treasure cycle of stuff. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and play Eska's Chariot because it does allow us to make extra cats, which are again creature tokens that come into play and trigger everything. But more importantly is you can tap everything to crew the vehicle. So if we do for some reason get to a point where we have 15 tokens, we can just tap all 15 things to hop into the chariot, I don't know, stacked up like clowns in a clown car, I guess. And then we can use Halo Fountain to untap all 15 of them and win the game. So not the easiest thing to do, but you kind of have to have a way to make that happen. Otherwise, you have to be in a situation where they all don't have summoning sickness and you can just shove them all into combat, right? This way, if you have any of them that you make that turn for whatever reason, either from treasure coming into play or what have you, it will allow you then to go ahead and tap everything into the chariot. So just a thing to think about. If you're ever in mid-game and you're getting close to winning with the tokens, remember to hold on to that chariot. And then we have Stimulus Package. Now, Stimulus Package does a few different things in this deck, too. So, again, we kind of come back to this whole treasure creature situation, right? So, Stimulus Package can turn a treasure into a 1/1. You sacrifice a treasure, you get a 1/1 citizen token. Now, what that does here is you can actually get the token, which will come into play, trigger the Gallagreators, right? Gallagreators can then make a treasure, which brings us back here. So we're almost creating a small loop, right? Now this treasure we can sacrifice again to make a 1/1, which again will trigger the Gallagreators and then let us pick one of the other things. So one treasure can get you multiple triggers. Now again, this is also like further exacerbated whenever you have Jennifer making a bigger creature. So you turn, instead of making a 1/1, you're making like a 3/1, and so on, right? So it just plays into all the other things we're doing very well. And then we're going to go ahead and have some one-ups here. So we got a Jetmir. We actually like this because, again, if we just get a lot of bodies, again, you don't need to get to 9 or 10 bodies. If you just get to 6, that's giving everything +2/+0, vigilance, and trample, right? It doesn't seem like much, but when you have 6 or 7 things, it could be very good. But if you do get to a point where maybe you have a bunch of treasure, you stimulus package, put all your stuff down during their end step, and then you get this, it's like, boom, now everything has +3 and double strike. So you've got 4 power things that have vigilance, trample, double strike. You're probably going to have a hard time losing from there. Even if your opponent's at like 40, you're probably going to do enough to get the job done. And then you've got Rabble Rousing. We're going to try one of these. I don't want to go crazy with this card, but I do like the idea that, again, if you don't have all the parts you need, and it's like, well, we got to where maybe we stimulus package and produce like 6 creatures or something. Cool, run them all into combat, get 6 new ones, right? If you have something like Galagreeters or Innkeeper, you get extra triggers. Jennifer lets them all become cats or dogs or whatever, as opposed to being 1/1. So we like all this that this is doing, and it can let us get to the trigger for Hallowed Fountain a lot easier as well, right? So if you're stuck at 6 or 8 things, go ahead and play Rabble Rousing, run everything in, you get all your triggers, and then you can just untap everything and then try to win, right? So it's giving us as many options as possible. And then this is the first deck we played that is playing Bootlegger Stash. I believe Seth's version maybe had 4 of these, but what I felt like when watching his games was that you don't really need this. It's actually really nice when you get it in conjunction with something like Stimulus Package or when there's a Jennifer already out. But when it's just there kind of by itself, or you have this alongside a Galagreeters or an Innkeeper, even a Hallowed Fountain, it just doesn't do anything on its own. You get to stockpile a lot of treasure, so it really is a stash. But until you get one of your key cards that let you utilize the treasure, it doesn't really do anything. So I decided to trim these back and just say, okay, if we get them, they're a bonus, but we're not going to lean on them to do what we need to do. And then a weird one of, but I thought about if we are in a situation where we're able to do something like get a Bootlegger Stash, or maybe we have like 8 or 10 mana just sitting around because we've been stockpiling treasure waiting for something, well, we could just crackle with power for a win. You know, give ourselves an out. You only have to do this for what, 3, 6, 9, 11, and that'd be 15. So that's usually going to be enough to kill your opponent at that point. So we'll see if it works or not. Well, we're just going to give it a try and see what's up. As far as the lands, we're playing 4 Shadow Skull Smashing, 1 Iganjo, 1 Sekinzan, a Boseiju, Forest, 2 Cragcrown Pathway, 2 Rockfall Vale, 2 Needle Verge Pathway, 2 Sundown Pass, 2 Branch Off Pathway, 2 Overgrown Farmland, and 4 Jetmir's Garden. So yeah, that's a lot to cover here in the deck with everything going on, but we're going to play some games. At the end of the games, definitely get to the end of the video because I have no doubt we're going to make a lot of changes to this based on what happens in our games, but should be a fun ride anyway. So we're going to catch you on the other side as usual. All right, we'll keep it. Alright, let's see if we can do anything with this. I don't think this is going anywhere, unfortunately, though. It looks like this might just be a Jund Sacrifice deck. And if so, it's probably not going to play too nice for us. I think I'm willing to go ahead and do this and maybe try to induce a Meat Hook or something here. And then we can just reset the board to look exactly the same. If they want to do that. Because you can Meat Hook for 1, then you'd give your Shambling Gas a death trigger. Yeah, sure, that's fine. We take the 1. Oh, well, I wasn't expecting to draw a Halo Fountain, but we'll take it. All right. Now what do we do? Chariots. All right. Not much we're going to do to a chariot. Gonna attack with both of them. Let's go ahead and just do this. And that makes a token we can block with. And basically just prevent the damage we were going to take. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to walk all the way into this, and if they just have a sweeper, I think we just have to say, cool, you got it, friend. Like, I'm willing to just eat it. Like, just one of the downsides of playing this deck. You kind of have to say, sometimes we're just going to take a beating. And we pass. I'm going to meat hook for 2. That would be completely reasonable and understandable. And all I could do is gain 2 life here, because sacking the treasure to draw a card would be pretty bad looking at our hand. Decklist, alright. That is going to be a problem. Fortunately, we can gain enough life to not worry about that too much at the moment.
I'm not afraid of any of you.
Sure.
You work for me now, runt.
Yeah, we'll discard one of these, because what the hell are we going to do with that right now?
Carnage. Tribute is owed.
Opponent wants to pass and not activate their chariots. Interesting. Okay. Not completely sure what that's about. Gain 2 life. Now we have Zatrariot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'd have to... Gosh. Alright. Just trying to think of, like, the best way for us to deal with this. I mean, do we need to try to draw a card? Like, we make a chariot. And this gets us 4 life, so that feels like it's worth doing just because right now, all things being considered. And then we could end up, I guess we try to just draw a card here. I mean, I don't love this, but like, feels like the only thing we should be doing. See if we can find a land. And we failed miserably. Great. Huh. Well, I guess we just have to wait. There's not really much else we can do. I mean, we could play more creatures, but I don't think that really achieves anything here. We're losing to the same cards, pretty much. Whether we play these or not, I think. I mean, I guess that's not totally true. We'd be in a better situation to attack the Obnixiluses. Plural. I don't know how you say that. Sure, we'll just take damage. It's fine.
Pleasure doing business
Yeah,
with
we'll take damage.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
I mean, I think next turn we're just going to run in with our chariot, let it die. I don't know. We're probably looking for Fateful Absence or some such here. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Don't feel like we're in a good way. That's all I know. But we do have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, 8 more creatures, and we can maybe Halo Fountain win. Not likely, honestly. That's a bit far-fetched here. Yeah, we'll just take the 1. I mean, we have multiple creatures to gain life and stuff if necessary. Second Halo Fountain. Huh. Alright. This does make things a little more interesting. This, maybe we could do something with this. It's not a land, but we can Halo Fountain, tap some stuff, untap 2 things, draw a card. Actually, let's do this first. Let's draw the card first. So let's do this. And then we'll do this and draw a card. Because it's kind of amazing we haven't found a fourth land in all this time. Okay, there's one. That's actually really big for us. So we'll gain life. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just make treasure off of the Galagreeters here in a second. Treasure. And now we could play the second Halo, but I don't think we are yet. Let's just pass. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 9. I mean, you know, like, it's possible. I don't think so, though. Sooner or later, they're just going to hit a sweeper and we're just going to be toast, but it is what it is.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
I mean, we're gaining enough life that we're more worried about Obnixilis going ultimate more than anything else. Oh, I guess they're deciding what they want to kill with the Blood Tide Harvester here. Which makes sense. Oh, you want to kill our Galagreeters? That's also viable. Because we are going to be able to make another treasure here. Or gain life, or whatever we think we need. Alright, they're going to crew that. We're probably just going to double block with cats. I mean, as much as I don't want to give up creatures here for our amazing super plans, it's probably what we're going to do. Okay. What are you choosing to copy? Probably a devil, I imagine. Oh, actually, I forgot. You can copy those. Yep, all the more reason for us to get rid of Chariot.
Entire plains.
All right, so let's go ahead and get mana. Tapping this duder. Oh, wait, crap. That doesn't do anything here. Do we just activate this Chariot? Let's go ahead. Actually, no. We might need the Chariot for trying to go off later. All right, let's just do this. If we lose one of these, we lose one. It's fine. They might just have another Chariot. Might be the whole reason they're even doing this. Which, that would make a lot of sense. Yeah, it dies. Yep, as suspected. Chariot number 2. Yep, makes sense.
My goons will make quick work of you.
All right, another Gallagher. Okay, this is a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can make 7. So let's just do this. I think this is make treasure. And we will play this, getting rid of a treasure. And then we will pass and hope we don't die. So we're 2, 4, 6, 7. We could be at 8, 9 creatures. Yeah, resolve. We lose 2.
By coin or carnage, tribute.
Yep, we lose 2.
Defy me, and you lose everything.
Yep, we lose 2.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
I don't know if we can get to a winning position from here, but we're just going to have to try our damnedest. Yeah, makes sense. Everything's going to come in, probably. I mean, we do have 2 Halo Fountains, so we're not completely distraught just yet. All right. Of course. course, copying an Obnixilis, as you should.
After 1,000
Okay.
years,
Let's see what we can do here.
a new conquest.
Untap, make one. Untap this. Make it. We'll put +1s just in case we feel the need to block. And then we will tap for white. Tap this, make another duder. Untap this. Make treasure, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's make more treasure just in case. So what do we have? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can only get to 11, unfortunately. I'm trying to think how we can get to 15 next turn. Is not blocking even a real option? 4, 5, 6. All right, no blocks, I guess. I mean, I don't even know. I'm just trying to find some way. Can we make like 3 more creatures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we need 4 more actually. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. 12, 13, because we can make some off of these, but we can't untap them again. So we need to be able to untap at least one of them. So we need to find a way to make 3 creatures. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I think we're just going to die a horrible death. I say we do get to gain some life next turn if we need to. We could gain 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I mean, okay, that's a thing. Hold, please. We could kill multiple Obnixili. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We make it 6. We get to do 12. But then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't be able to block 2 things. Yeah, I think we're just bad off here, right? Alright, sadly, I guess we gotta do it. Or, well, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doing this. That doesn't help us do anything, does it? I mean, I guess this gives us outs if we draw, like, Jenny Faye or something. So that's real. Alright, I guess we gotta try. And then I'm just going to put this in tapped because at this point, we're already deciding if we don't get what we need, we're just dead. So, sure. I mean, we're taking 8 just from Obnixilis here. Yep.
By coin or carnage.
Yep.
Tribute is your punishment is my entertainment.
Yep.
By coin or carnage.
I'm going to -7 us. I mean, we have a lot of chump blockers, so we don't want to use our creatures to block. But if we have to, it's reasonable. All right. What you got?
Your punishment is my entertainment.
I don't know. Are we going to luckily be able to pull this off? I mean, we're going to have to obviously block with some things here, so maybe we can't. Okay. They're obviously... Oh, they're also going to make another... Oh, wait. They did make another Obnixilis here. Why is that? Like, doesn't it make sense to just make another one? That seems weird. I mean, unless the plan is just meat hook here or something. Since we, but even then, we don't. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what's happening right now. All right, we're just gonna gain a bunch of life. Sacrifice a creature with the highest mana cost. Okay. I mean, if we're going to do that anyway, let's go ahead and get what we're going to get out of them. Which I guess will just be a treasure at this point. We'll +1. We'll treasure the other one. Resolve that. I mean, we could give up Chariot here, but really we need that to be able to tap stuff. Let's get rid of this. Well, we might need that to block here, actually. How many creatures do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're able to make 11, 12, 13. Still not where we need to be. So I guess we give up a Gala Greeters. Kind of sucks, but sure. And we are going to have to block here regardless. I guess we don't have to. 3, 4, 5. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This makes 12 when it attacks. 13 from that. Oh, do we have anything that can make another 2 tokens? Or 2 creatures? Because I really don't want to block here. Alright, we're not going to block. We've already dedicated to this plan. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Jenny Faye, and I think we win. Actually, also, Jetmir, we might, because we'll have Double Strike and all that. So that's a thing. Oh, we have outs. Can we find one? Oh, what? Are we going to have the mana, though, if we do this? Because we can tap land. Oh, we're not going to have enough. We're going to be 1 white short. Damn. Really? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I needed to make 1 more treasure last turn. Damn. Damn. Oh, that would have been so close. I mean, we get to gain a bunch of life from making an extra treasure here. Boy. Gain 2. Well, hold on a second. We would have, hold on, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 when this turns into 1. 14 when it makes a creature. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this would make 5, actually. I think we can do this. The trick is, these have to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Great treasure. Cat. Yeah. Oh, no. I meant to make... Oh, no. I meant to cancel. I needed that treasure to just be treasure. Oh, no. I screwed up. 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. I think we can do this. Wait, what? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7... 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I would have had enough, but I would have been a mana short. So now we just have to hope the opponent doesn't do anything here. All right. No attacks. We have to survive 1 more turn. I was a little too slow. I didn't have the timeouts to process what I needed to do. But I would have been 1 short anyway. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it wouldn't have quite worked out. I needed 1 more turn, I think. But here we do get to gain a bunch of life. So, I mean, I guess it's cool. But I think the opponent's just going to find a sweeper here, and then we're dead.
Help is never
Yeah.
free.
We tried. Unfortunately, this is just going to have an ugly ending. Yep, we're going to lose some.
Go ahead. Plead for mercy. Defy me.
Wonder if the opponent doesn't actually have a Meat Hook Massacre. Because I would assume you would just do that here, right?
Your punishment is my
I mean, because I don't have cards anyway. I'm going to lose 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. from just that. Now, immediately I can gain a bunch of life here, putting stuff into play and do that whole song and dance. I can also make a treasure that can become a creature, so that's 2 more life. Okay, looks like they don't have it. We might actually win this. Wow. Even playing slow and goofing this up. I don't know how, but this is a ridiculous way to win. We are actually going to have to Halo win this, which I did not think was going to be a thing. But here we are. I mean, at this point, it might even be worth just drawing a card. All right, opponent's going to attack with everything? Wouldn't be a bad plan. I mean, they've got a billion cards in hand. I mean, like, they could do whatever they want right now. I mean, if it's not something that doesn't involve sweeping multiple creatures here, I think we're okay. I think I'm just going to have one Jaspera Sentinel make a creature and the other one draw cards, maybe. I don't know. We're only at 9, so we do have to be a little bit careful. Because like I said, even a meat hook for 2 is kind of bad here. But I can make a treasure, and I can get a quick 4 life that way. Then I can get 2 more from making the first creature token. Alright. Well, let's just see how bad it is.
I'm gonna remake this town in my image.
Let's make treasure. Might as well just make a cat. Alright, we'll get our 2 life now. And then we'll do this. Tapping this. Man, these innkeepers did so much work this game. Untap one of these. Make a cat. Make a treasure that also makes a cat, though it'll be tapped. But it's making us enough life that should make blocks at least somewhat reasonable here. Let's see. We'll tap. Man, do we just want to get a card? I feel like I should get a card here, but for some reason I don't feel brave enough. I mean, I feel like we just have this if we don't screw this up anyway, so it's fine. Let's just make another creature. I feel like that's the safest thing. Get as much life as possible. And then pass. I mean, yeah, we just pass. Block, chariot, block. A 2/2, block. A 1/1, block a 1/1. Block a cat, block a cat. Block a cat. How many creatures does that leave us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This would potentially die. Actually, that's not what I want to do. How much can I let through? I mean, that's my real issue here. Like, how much am I gambling? I'm at 20. Like, F it. Some of these little duders get through, they just get through. What do I have blocking this one? This. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 13, 14. We can make one for 15. You know what? Here. If you get us, you get us. Alright. I mean, I assume if you had Meat Hook, we were dead anyway.
Go ahead.
Because they could have just Meat Hooked first, then played the underdog, attacked us, did all they were going to do. Okay, Fable of the Mirror Breaker is not the worst thing here. Wow, we somehow survived this to get a ridiculous Fountain win against what at one point was 5 Ob Nixilis. You are absolutely kidding me. Wow, that is something. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just double checking. 7, 8, 9, and 15. Yeah. All right. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We will make treasure. And we will actually decline and actually make treasure. Okay, cool. They saw it. Ooh, goodness. All right, we're going to keep. We're going to keep and just hope. All right, I'm going to do this against my better judgment. Yep, take the 1. That's not going to help us at all. All right, going to go with this. And then just pass, I think. No deadly disputes, okay. We're basically going to be making our whole board susceptible to meat hook. That's what we're going to be doing here. Yep, no blocks. Because we're going to play Galagreeters into Jaspera Sentinel, make a treasure most likely. And we'll just see what happens after that. And the opponent did not want to kill our creature, which is interesting. So I'm going to assume Meat Hook does exist here. And then we're just going to set up to try to bootlegger stash next turn. Because that seems like the only reasonable thing to do. Make treasure. Then attack for 1. And then, like I said, I'm assuming there's going to be a Meat Hook for 1 plus something from the opponent's side. Maybe they decide to Lolth, but I doubt it. But like I said, we're going to bootlegger stash, and we're just going to see what happens. But if they have a sweeper, we're going to see it right now. Oh, looks like they might be ready to blood on the snow. No, an Enrica. Okay, interesting. I don't hate that option. That's also neat to have here. Not sure if we're going to deploy that or not. So do we try to Halo Fountain? That's the other question. Because we could even draw here with it. Well, we wouldn't. We'd have. Well, I guess we could. We could blow up a treasure to do that. All right. I mean, I'll roll this out. What the hell we have to lose, right? Okay, we'll pass. There's also a chance they attack with Enrico. We get to kill it with an Iganjo, so that's a thing. They could also Meat Hook for some small amount here. And then flip attack if they wanted to. Okay, Lolth. Annoying, but we kind of knew that was an option.
Darkness will swallow the light.
Sure.
Subservience will be rewarded.
Hey, guess what? We're going to sacrifice a thing. Probably... Is it going to be Galagreeters? I don't know if it is going to be Galagreeters. Like, do we need the life? Because we're going to be making tokens? Or... That is a real damn question. I guess this. I don't know. Feel a little weird about it. But it is what it is.
Get what I want.
Alright, opponent did nothing. So now it's, do we want to grow the Galagreeters? Or do we want to... I guess we do want to grow Galagreeters, huh? Alright, let's do that. Let's get white mana. Part of me wants to blow up treasure and draw a card, but I don't think that's really where we're at yet. Put a +1 on the greeters. Okay, I mean, I guess that's a thing. Supposed to give us 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're gonna make 1. So that creates a treasure. And we'll +1 the greeters. So we still have 6 if we want it. 7, technically. A little more, because we can also untap that. Yeah, I mean, well, this doesn't really do anything. That just runs into Enrica, so sure. Okay, they're just going to let that die? Sure. All right.
Do what
We will
I
end the
demand.
turn. And then I think this time we're going to try to draw a card. Because I have a feeling the board sweeper has to come here sooner or later, right? Nope, they're just drawing a card here.
It's bold to bargain with me.
Okay, I twitch it is. That's a good blocker. All right. We'll try to blow her up.
My power is for annihilation.
Now, do we want a token? Oh, there's the meat hook. All right. So now we'll go ahead and tap. And then we'll go ahead and draw a card. Untapping 2 things. Oh, that does not help us here. That is not what we wanted to see. That is real bad.
We will slay our enemies.
Yep. Makes sense. Alright, I guess on the plus side, we could destroy a Loth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opponent has too many cards, though, at this point. There's no way for us to win. Especially if they're going to blow up our Halo Fountain here. We can bootlegger stash, but it's not going to really result in much. Yep. Sounds like a plan. They also want to blow up a land? Nope, they're just going to Shambling Gas. Alright, that is not terrible. So now we can Stimulus Package to make a lot of creatures, so that's good news. Assuming our bootlegger stash doesn't magically die here. Or we don't have to discard this one card. There's a lot of ifs here is what we're saying. This deck is not good. It's fun, but it is not good. Alright, we're going to take 1 to the face. Opponent is going to play a Fell Stinger, sacrificing Shambling Gas. Probably just get the treasure, because you don't want to give a -1 to your Stinger. Lose 2 life, drain us for 1, get 2 cards. Play an Eye Twitch. Alright, put this on, I guess, green. Play this. And then pass. So now we can make a lot of dudes, however, we're also going to give the opponent a lot of life every time we make a lot of things to block with. So now it just gets weird. Now the opponent can also invoke or whatever, and that would cause us to lose our package. Alright, let's sack 1. Sack 1. I mean, do we have to sack a 3rd just to make sure? Probably. Not that it matters. I have a feeling they can. We're just waiting on them to play a Blood on the Snow here. Get back Loth. Alright. Looks like they're just going to let them die. We go to 16. They go to 22. We go to 15. All right. Treasure. 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 Okay, that's kind of a thing. Like, I don't know if it's a thing we want or need, but it's a thing. Invoke Despair. So now it's how many creatures do we want to try to get here? It's treasure. Treasure. And we are going to have to sacrifice one of these, by the way. Whenever we make all of our dudes. And they're all probably just getting set up to get killed by a Meat Hook Massacre, by the way. So we can't make a ton. I mean, we could, but it would just be foolish. Alright. Then we'll sack one. Probably just do like 4 of them. That's probably all we really need to do here. Anything more than that's probably a little greedy, and we'll just have to find another stimulus package. Not that we're worried about the amount of treasure we have, because obviously with the bootlegger stash, we could make a lot more. And we're going to get a little back with big score as well. But that leaves us, what, 4 treasure? 5 treasure. You know what? I'm willing to do another. And that'll leave us 5 tokens to do whatever we need to next turn, so sure. Resolve that. Sack this. So they get a card, we lose 2 life. Alright. They're just going to block here. Ooh, how now, Brown Cow? I guess I wish I would have made all those other things. Damn, and this sucks. I don't want to have to get rid of this. They probably have some spot removal, though, right? So all of our creatures, we'd have 6. They would have trample and first. So that's 10. That'd be 15. Oh, not quite enough. I think we have to do... Sadly, I think we got to discard Jetmir. I think it's too risky to play it there. Damn, I wish I would have turned those into creatures, though. We would have killed the opponent. Yep. This is not going to turn out the way we wanted. Yeah, if I'd have just went all out and made the tokens, we would have had 9 plus Jetmir would have been 10. That would have been lethal with the double strike. Ugh, I didn't even think about that being a possibility. Yep. All right. All done there. All right. This seems like one of the more normal hands we've drawn, so let's go ahead and keep this. And I think we're just going to Sentinel into Innkeeper and see if maybe we're able to draw something to go with that. I think that's the best we can do here. Not even totally sure what we're hoping to have happen from that draw, but it's better than nothing, I guess. All right, let's see if our creatures live. Looks like they're going to. No instant speed removal here, it doesn't appear. Okay, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. How much do we care about that card existing? Because I'm debating if we should big score or Ginny Fae first. I'm just going to Ginny Fae here. I feel like on some level they've kind of said like, hey, we don't have instant speed removal unless we just drew it. So if they have it, they have it. Now, the question here is it safe to block this 2/2? Because that would leave them the mana, if they have a Meat Hook, to be able to attempt it here. Ooh, they discarded a removal. They must be short on mana. Interesting. Alright, so they're going to Blood Chief that. I mean, their hand's getting thin here. This is a little bit suspicious. Now I feel like we kind of have to sit back at least a little bit. And don't get too froggy here. Let's go ahead and put this into play tapped, and let's just pass. So, I mean, we can attempt to kill the 2/2/2s next turn with this if we need to. But let's see what happens. I don't think they want to meat hook here and get rid of their 2 things, but it's possible. But we're going to big score, probably just get rid of the branch loft pathway. Opponent does want to attack here. What does this mean they want to do? Alright, we're going to do this anyway. So let's go ahead and just tap. Play this, discard this. Make 2 deuters. See what the opponent has to say about it. We'll make a dog and a dog. Why not? And we'll block. And if you wipe the board, you wipe the board. We at least have things we can do now. I mean, we could Gallagreeters into a chariot, which is pretty sweet here. Burn down the house, cool. Again, if that's the play, we can accept that. Let's go with this. Into this. Put a +1. Make treasure. So now if the board gets swept again, we could Gallagreeters into stimulus package and then do some silliness again next turn. All right. Matter of fact, we could just keep turning treasures into creatures, as silly as that is, because we convert a treasure to a creature. The creature comes into play, and these make more treasures. So that's actually kind of amusing. That's a really nice interaction. I am highly appreciative of such things. All right, so we'll plus. And then we'll get rid of one of these, which will trigger the 2 things. So we'll make treasure, and we'll make treasure. And then we will tap this, this, and this to attack. Copy a 2/2. I guess I should have copied a treasure in some ways, actually. That would have been pretty savvy. But we do get the other triggers here by doing it this way. Yep. I'm blocking a cat and not our Gallagreeters? That seems a little suspect. But okay. I won't argue with you over it. Mostly just keeping this in my hand to draw cards. This is each turn, right? And about chosen this turn. All right, so cool. During their end step, we're gonna do it again. Make a treasure. Make a treasure. And then get rid of a treasure to make a deuter. Pumping the team. And then guess what we're going to do on our turn? We're going to draw just in case. I'm going to do something else. I doubt it, but probably. Nope. That is pretty good. We're going to hold on to that. And don't really have to risk anything else here. So let's just go this. Treasures. Deuter. +1, +1. And then here we go. Let's see what they got. We gain 2. We gain 2. All right, that's it. Okay, so now that we've played some games and learned more than we know, I wanted to make some changes to this deck, but I also didn't want it to look too much like our other just tokens deck and just run that whole thing back. We still wanted to have Halo Fountain be a relevant part of the deck, but also give us some other things we're doing with like Stimulus Package and Big Score or whatever, and try to keep the core parts of that and use Rabble Rousing. So this is going to look still similar to what we played today, but I think we want to clean it up because there were a lot of times like Bootlegger Stash just wasn't necessary. Like we just didn't need it to win a lot of the times, right? Like Stimulus Package was better and overperformed, so maybe want more of those, right? We probably should just have a full set of Jenny Fae, right? There was stuff like that I started looking at, like which cards were we looking for the most, or were we happiest to draw at different phases of the game, which one gave us potential outs or not, and, you know, what could really lead to us being able to win with Halo Fountain, right? So I decided to make changes based on all that information. So here's what we're going with. We're going to go to 4 Despair Sentinel, 4 Fateful Absence. So we did increase this, so we have another removal card in the deck. Don't know how important it is, but I don't want to be without any. So, you know, we can make a lot of blockers, and that's okay, but we still have to be able to get rid of flyers or stuff with Trample. Then we have Gallic Reader still for 4, Innkeeper for 4. We're cutting down to just 2 Halo Fountains. Having multiples really didn't do much. We do have a few ways to draw cards. Halo Fountain itself can be used to draw cards, so we do like it. But I think more often than not, we can win without getting Halo Fountain, is really what we were seeing. But it is a nice addition to some of the other stuff that we're doing. Like we said, we went up to 4 Jenny Fae because it just works with too many other things that we're doing, so it just makes sense. We're still keeping 3 Big Score because the treasure's nice, but also digging deeper. 2 cards that we're looking for to work with each other is pretty nice. Still keeping 4 Chariot. Went up to 4 Stimulus Package because, again, just seeing how well it worked with everything we had, we wanted to make sure we had a little bit more. And then Jetmir. We had 1. I think it was worth it to go to another. 1, because Jetmir can just fight on its own and is a very viable card. But, again, being able to just pump up even 5 or 6 creatures for just that +2 is really, really big. And, you know, it can also surprise your opponent where they're sitting there thinking, okay, I've got 8 life, 9 life, I've got 2 or 3 blockers, I'm good, you know, and then you play that and attack, and it really can cause some problems. And I really like that. And it is possible with this deck, very much so, to be able to get to the double strike damage situation. Especially if maybe you play Rabble Rousing, which we went to a second one, and have a Jetmir the turn after, or even a Jetmir under it. You know, like that in and of itself can be a win. So I like having more options for that. Now, we did cost ourselves 1 mana overall here, but as the games went on, we had so much extra mana all the time, I think except for 1 or 2 games. So I really didn't see a problem with going ahead and cutting 1 of the Shatterskull Smashings. And then we went to 1 of everything, the Aganjo, the Sekinza, and the Boseiju. Which, by the way, Sekinza making tokens is also very viable here too, don't forget that. But then I went ahead and cleaned this up as well, because one thing I noticed is we did have too many enter the battlefield tap lands, especially early on, which could slow us down from playing one of our 1 or 2 mana things early. So what I did is I went ahead and just kept the full Jetmir's Garden because they do still cycle, and then went down to just 2 Overgrown Farmland and 2 Rockfall Vale, and we increased on the number of Crag Crown pathways and Branchloft pathways. So that way we only gave ourselves 8 tap lands, and that should smooth our draws out a little bit as well. So I think if you do want to play this, this is going to be a better version if you want to roll with it. And the good part about this deck is, outside of Halo Fountain, which is a mythic rare, and probably Rabble Rousing, which is a rare, everything else is a pretty reasonable card that's likely going to appear in another deck at some point. I mean, there could be an argument made against Stimulus Package, but it's an uncommon, actually. So if you look across the deck, I mean, these are either rares that you're probably going to play in multiple things, or rares that you probably already own, plus some other uncommons, which is really cool, outside of basically 4 cards. So I think that makes this a pretty viable deck to build and play as well. Now that brings up another question. Do I think this is a good deck? I don't think the original version is necessarily good. It was hella fun, but I don't think it had enough cards to let you push through. It was too focused on the combo and trying to make the Halo Fountain work. But I do think the way we have the second and final list set up, which will be available for download, is actually a much better option. You have just more creatures, you have more solid creatures, you have more ways to kind of combo out. It's probably going to recover a bit better from sweepers, which is also important. It just does more than what the other lists do. Now, don't get me wrong, you do have to remember to play around Meat Hook Massacre, which sometimes means like stockpiling treasure and trying to use a stimulus package during your opponent's end step. You know, there's some tricky things you can do like that to mitigate some of that. And you can also just try to set up to draw cards with Halo Fountain instead of making extra tokens. So there's a lot of that type of stuff you can do, but it does take some time to learn everything you can do with the deck, because I know I stumbled on a few things, probably even in this video. So yeah, cool deck, very fun, but you know, I would definitely play this second list that's downloadable and you're gonna have better odds. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Rian, Angel of Rebirth. And this is an interesting card because for 5 mana, you get a 5/4 flyer that pumps all your multicolor things, and then when multicolor things die, they go back to your hand, and you would think that would actually be pretty good. However, this card never really caught on, never really had its day in the sun, which is very weird because it seems like it would be very good. But this is a great card in Commander, especially if you're playing Angels or you're playing just any of the Naya stuff with multicolor things, and even more so now because there's some in this set that you may be squeezing into your deck. Matter of fact, you could probably even just straight up add it to the Cabaretti deck that just came out if you purchase that. This is a really good card to look at, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's only like $1. So you should be able to find it on any site very cheap and could be a good addition to your decks that some people may have just forgotten about. Now, like I said earlier, today's deck list will be down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming page, our Twitch streams, and our Discord. So if you want to come by and hang out, get deck help, all that, you know the drill. Come stop by and say hello. And if you want to support the channel, especially with all the mess going on Twitch right now, be sure to check out the join button because we get a higher percentage over here. So yeah, check it out. There's some rewards on there too. And if you don't want to do that, please remember to like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you know, let me know what you think. Remember to hit all notifications too. I don't know why I pointed that way. I got to point like this. All notifications, because that's important to make sure you don't miss a video we have coming. But if you want to check out some more Naya stuff, check out this other video I've got. It'll be pretty good for you, and it plays more tokens and uses Cabaretti, whatever the thing is, the charm. That's really cool things. Anyway, check it out. It's a fun video.